So many people spend hours a day at a desk. In this video, I'm going to show you how a combination of a standing desk with some Alexander technique skill might be the best option for a comfortable, productive, healthy working life. I'm Pete Robinson from movementandposture.com. I'm a qualified Alexander technique teacher and I publish online courses. Check out the description below for details and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're interested in more of this content. Today I'm in my garden in an office that I spent the summer building for my wife, and I'm standing at my wife's new standing desk. If you've not seen one of these before, check this out. Standing desks have become a lot more fashionable recently, and I think with good reason. The average office worker spends around 35 hours per week sat at their desk, and then probably spends more time sitting in the car and on the sofa at home. The trouble is that sitting for long periods of time is bad for us. Sitting tends to encourage poor posture, and this leads to gradually worsening health. Achy muscles and joints, poor digestion, loss of mobility and strength, and maybe even permanent changes to the vertebra in the back. There is also some recent evidence that sitting for longer than 1 hour at a time can cause damaging inflammation in the body. If you have great posture, maybe you've studied some Alexander technique for example, sitting is much less problematic, but it's still fundamentally a static position and our bodies aren't really designed to be static for long. This is where a standing desk can be really useful. Standing is a much more natural position for the body. Our whole skeleton, muscles and nervous system are designed to work efficiently when standing. I've got some videos on here about standing posture if you'd like to work on that more, but some of the benefits of standing are there's less tendency to fix into a set position, less tendency to get pulled forwards into your work, it's easier to find better balance, and standing makes us feel more alert and helps concentration. This standing desk is adjustable with a maximum height of 116 centimetres, which is fine for even tall people like me. As you saw before, the desk can be also adjusted at the touch of a button to raise and lower, so if you want to sit down for a while, that's no problem either. Where the Alexander technique comes in is to help you get the best from the standing position. If you stand with locked legs, a tilted pelvis, rounded shoulders and a forward neck position, you're going to lose a lot of the benefits, and you'll probably find standing uncomfortable and will just revert back to sitting despite your best intentions. So here's a quick Alexander technique guide to using a standing desk. First, get the height set correctly for you. You want to be able to reach the surface of the desk and your keyboard with your arms at a comfortable bend. Approximately 90 degrees is fine, although you may prefer slightly above or below this. But if you're reaching too far up, it can make your shoulders raise, and if you're reaching too far down, it can encourage you to pull down in the front of your body and round your shoulders. If you've got the height correct, let's have a look at your standing alignment. I avoid the word posture because there isn't a perfect position to fix into. You just want to be applying a simple set of principles to make sure you're standing as efficiently as possible. Firstly, your feet. You want to check that your feet are placed approximately under your hip joints. If you're not sure where your hip joints are, trace a line up the middle of your leg into your pelvis. By having your feet approximately under your hip joints, it allows the weight to drop straight down into the ground. Whereas if your feet are far apart, it can encourage weight to get held in your leg and pelvis muscles, and it restricts movement. Next, you want to align your head up over the middle of your feet. Again, we want to give the easiest possible pathway for the weight of your head to drop into the ground. Once the feet and head are in good alignment, we simply want to choose to leave all the joints between these two places unlocked and at rest. That includes your head-neck joint, your shoulders, all the spinal joints, the hips, knees and ankles. You're making a decision to stand using good alignment and balance rather than fixing and bracing yourself. It may take a bit of persistence to get used to standing this way, but it's so much more comfortable than standing stiffly, so it's definitely worth it. The final thing is to be able to use your hands to work without dragging you out of alignment or stiffening up. It's basically changing priority from just diving into your work to actually paying attention to yourself and making conscious choices about how you use your body. The other advice that I'll give you is to make use of the mobility that a standing desk gives you. Move around rather than just reaching. It can be useful to place items you need just out of reach to encourage movement. I hope that was useful. I'll stick some links to standing desks in the description below and also a link to my online course for those that are interested. If you've got any questions or suggestions for future videos, leave a comment below. Bye bye for now.